Good morning. It is 10:19 a.m. on Sunday, February 28th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I'm leaning over a little bit because this is where my microphone is, and I can't slide my microphone stand closer to where I would normally sit because I've got a little dog who's sleeping against it, and to disturb it would be, to disturb him would be, a crime against nature and all that is holy. So, not doing that. Um, so, slept in again after staying up late again. It's not great for maintaining my ideal sleep schedule, but still felt pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Sleeping is pleasant, for the body. I've talked about this before. The idea that I do resent the amount of time out of my day that must be spent sleeping in order to maintain my ability to, do things and think thoughts. But I mean, there's no question that, like, it feels good. But see, that's the body's trick. It's just tricking you. It makes it feel good so that you'll do it. Anyway. Had a fun session of Dungeons and Dragons last night, running the Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign. It was a section of adventure that was kind of made extra fun by the fact that the characters had a certain NPC with the party, because part of the adventure has them encounter this guy who needs their help genuinely, but could tell them just about anything, right? Like, all sorts of different things that he could say about how he got into that situation and everything. But the party happened to show up with someone who actually knew him before. and, and so that was some fun stuff to bounce around. It was a good session, I think. Um, I'm, just like, yeah, gosh, I'm still a little hazy. I feel like that's been happening more recently, just that I'm a little bit spacey still when I try to record these videos. Hmm. Maybe I think part of what is happening is when I am trying to either recall something that I had planned to talk about and then now can't think of, or when I am trying to, like, I've got something on my mind, then I've made a decision not to think about. Um, Although, in this particular case, I'm not really sure it's either of those, so I don't really know where my theory came from. I watched a little bit of The Muppet Show on HBO Max recently. And it was actually brought to my attention that it was on HBO Max because apparently there's a controversy that the Muppet Show put up some little disclaimers that saying, hey, yeah, this show that we made in the 70s has some things in it that, looking back, probably not great. Just letting you know. Um, I think that that's exactly the right way to handle some of these things, and, because it's going to happen, and I think it's the right call to not dismiss some of those pieces of art altogether. We don't need to banish them from our collective history, but at the same time, I think it's fair to acknowledge it's like, okay, well, yeah, based on today, we think, yeah, maybe that's a stereotype. It didn't need to really be in there, and that sort of thing. Like, on that basis, I actually watched Never Say Never Again, which was one of the James Bond movies where this is the one where Sean Connery actually came back to play James Bond again. It was made outside of the studio ecosystem that made all of the other Bond movies. Um, and I enjoyed it more or less. Like, I liked a lot of it. But then late in the movie, there's just this point that just goes full on racist for a little bit. And it's just like, oh, gosh, well, that's unfortunate. Um, You know, it's just one of those things that was more common at that time, and they probably didn't think anything of it. But watching it today, I'm like, ooh, ouch, not great. But, you know, that said, like, we can talk about it. It's not canceling something to say that, hey, can we acknowledge that there's a thing in here that's not great? Yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you all tomorrow more about something else for 5 more minutes.